And you are listening to Rebecca doing something a little bit different. I've just been on for an hour and I'm on for another hour. This is Tempo FM. You can email us, studio@tempofm.co.uk. You can even send us some text. So send text to 82228, starting the message with the word tempo, followed by a space, and standard network rates apply. Yesterday was Kiss a Ginger Day International. It's an unofficial day, but it's a good one nonetheless, to show appreciation for just 2% of the population who have ginger hair. That's just 2%. And in Scotland, of all of the Scottish population, 13% has got ginger hair, closely followed by Ireland, who have 10% of their population are gingers. So, yesterday it was a chance to give them a kiss. If you didn't manage to see anyone to give them a kiss, but you know someone, give them a call, because maybe you could give them a kiss through the phone. I'm going to play for you now Soulja Boy featuring Sam. Oh, he's just introduced himself. Soulja Boy featuring Sammy with Kiss Me Through the Phone. And that was Soulja Boy featuring Sammy with Kiss Me Through the Phone. Talking about kissing, it was National Kiss a Ginger Day. I'm going to keep saying this. National Kiss a Ginger Day yesterday. And even if you don't know any ginger people, maybe you could kiss your cat. I have a ginger cat at home. I will probably give him a bit of a smush later. And obviously I'll give I should have given my sister a kiss yesterday, but I just didn't think to, which is a bit silly, seeing as I was preparing for this show. Anyway, other historical figures that you may not have realised who were also Scottish. So, over 700 years ago, there was a man in Scotland who was very much ginger, and his name was William Wallace, Scottish rebel, possibly 6'7". That's based on the size of his sword, which was an incredibly long sword, and it was also very, very heavy. He unfortunately died. It was a rebellion against the English, who wanted to obviously rule over Scotland as well. But unfortunately, Wallace's death did not bring an end to Scotland's wars of independence. That had to be continued on by other fighters. But they managed it, and Scotland became independent from England for a short time. Another rebel who was also ginger, but much, much earlier on, was a lady called Boudica, and she was the queen of the British Celtic Iceni tribe, and she led an uprising against the occupying forces of the Roman Empire, and this was only in 60 or 61 AD, so almost, well, let's say 1,980 years ago. I can't do maths. No, 60 years ago. Yes, 1,960 years ago. I can't do maths. And unfortunately, she died shortly after the uprising, after its failure, and she had to poison herself so that she wouldn't be taken captive and sort of attacked by the Roman soldiers. Anyway, something a little bit more positive. We're going to jump over to Ed Sheeran, who is going to play for us Galway Girl, and of course, as I said before, Ireland has the second highest percentage of gingers in their population. So I wonder if Ed, who is ginger himself, might have been singing about a ginger lass. And that's possibly another very famous ginger, Ed Sheeran, who is currently having a little bit of a holiday away from music. And I don't blame him. And it's all been so intense, and he's risen to fame and fortune so quickly. And he started off as a busker on the street. It's amazing how these things happen. Anyway, so Kiss a Ginger Day. You're listening to Rebecca at Tempo FM with something a little bit different on for the next 45, 46, 47 minutes or so. It's just 13 minutes past 12 right now. So a couple more historical figures that you might not have realised are actually ginger. Now, this one's a bit, you might already already know this one. Vincent van Gogh, he was a ginger, but you can probably tell that from his fantastic self-portraits. But there was another artist who was an impressionist called Henri Matisse. He was also ginger, and there was also Galileo Galilei, who was a scientist and known as the father of astronomy, and he was also a ginger. So many famous people were actually ginger. I wonder if being a ginger gives them sort of special powers. Ooh, that's interesting. Anyway, this is now onto a song about kissing. This is Kiss the Rain by Billy Myers, and we're going to hear about the weather next. Weather. Since I played the song called Kiss the Rain by Billy Myers, I feel like we should do the weather. So today it will be dry and bright to start with, but winds will strengthen during the morning, and a band of heavy rain will move in from the west throughout the afternoon with a maximum temperature of 8 degrees Celsius. Tonight, however, heavy rain will clear through the evening, so it's not going to last forever, leaving a mostly dry night with clear spells becoming widespread during the early hours, allowing for a patchy frost with minimum temperatures of 4 degrees Celsius. So wherever you're going out today, take waterproofs to keep yourself dry. This is indeed Tempo FM, and you're still listening to Rebecca doing something a little bit different. It is 20 minutes past 12, and I've been playing songs about kissing and songs by ginger artists, because it is it was yesterday, International Kiss a Ginger Day, an unofficial day where we can just celebrate our ginger brethren who make up just 2% of the population. And some other famous gingers, I've been mentioning quite a few. So there is also a couple of actors that I didn't realise were actually ginger, but now that I think about it, oh yeah, they've always been ginger. So one of them is Simon Pegg, who is an English actor, comedian, screenwriter and producer, best known for the Three Flavors Cornetto film trilogy, which includes Shaun of the Dead, At World's End, and I wonder if you could name the third one. I wonder if I could name the third one. I've forgotten what the third one is. Let's have a quick look. What is it? What's it called? Hot Fuzz! Oh, of course it's Hot Fuzz. Great films. Anyway, and another ginger actor is Tom Hiddleston, best known for his portrayal of Loki in all of the Avengers films. And there's another redhead that I'm about to play for you now. He is a member of Simply Red. He is, in fact, the lead singer of Simply Red, and my goodness, he has a very vibrant head of ginger hair. He is called Mick Hucknall, and I'm going to play one of his songs for you right now. This is Fairground by Simply Red. Simply Red there with Fairground, sung by their lead singer, who is a redhead. Oh yes, okay. Let's have another famous figure, or a couple of famous figures who are also redheads, because I did find an entire list of them online. So here we go. There is also one of the Grand Duchesses of Russia, possibly the most famous one, was Anastasia Romanov. A couple of films have been made about Anastasia. Believed that she managed to escape when their family was captured by the Russian people. But obviously, these rumours can't be proven either way. But Anastasia Romanov, she was a ginger in I think it's ancient Greek mythology. Persephone, the queen of the underworld, daughter of Zeus and Demeter. I can't pronounce it. I've written that really poorly and I can't remember what I wrote. Daughter of Zeus, she was also a redhead. And back to someone else who, possibly fictional, I mean, we're not sure if King Arthur was real. But it wasn't King Arthur who was the redhead. It was his queen and his consort Guinevere, who was supposedly a redhead. And I think back then they may not have had Kiss a Ginger Day, but I'm sure she'd have got lots of kisses from King Arthur anyway. So here we go. Here's One Kiss from Calvin Harris and Dua Lipa. It's 20 minutes past 12. You're listening to 107.4 Tempo FM. You can check out the website www.tempofm.co.uk or even send us an email, studio@tempofm.co.uk.
Travel.
Yes, let's get an update for what's happening out on the roads. Everywhere looking fairly clear. Something to note up in Knaresborough on the A59, there are water main works and temporary traffic signals. And then further in, there's more water main works and temporary traffic signals. That's if you're going into Knaresborough on the A59. That's the road from Knaresborough to the A1M. Past Flaxby and Goldsborough up there. Otherwise, not looking too bad out there. Nothing much has changed. Little bit slower in patches along the A661 as you head out of Wetherby towards Spofforth. That's the one past Stockwell Park. Central Tadcaster looking patchy slow again. It's just sort of stop-start. It'll be people making turnings and doing it too late. And there's also a little bit of slowness through the middle of Boston Spa, but I think once again, that's an adjustment to the new 20 mile an hour limit. That's through the middle. Centre of York, also looking quite slow, but York has the benefit of a few park and rides where you don't even have to venture into York itself. You can park for free and then buy a ticket on the bus and get all the way in, do your shopping, and then come all the way out again without needing to take your car, which is brilliant. Otherwise, A1M looking nice and clear. No other major issues I can see. Harewood looks nice and clear. Follyfoot looks nice and clear. Spofforth too. So yeah, I think that's all pretty good. I'll give you another update to that just before I finish, before 1 o'clock.
Where to go and what to do. The Tempo FM What's On Guide.
And let's get a quick look at what's happening in and around Wetherby. Let's have a look at what's happening tomorrow. So Tuesday the 14th of January, that's tomorrow, at Clifford Village Hall, there's the trustees meeting where all Clifford residents over the age of 18 are invited to attend. The meeting at 1:30 at the Village Hall, where they are hoping to turn the Village Hall from a charity status into becoming a charitable incorporated organisation. Also happening tomorrow, there's a meeting of the Wetherby Town Council, so any town councillors, this is for you, from 7 p.m, and that's at Wetherby Methodist Church on Bank Street, Wetherby. So 2 things happening tomorrow, but happening right now is Kiss a Ginger Day. Well, that was actually yesterday. It was International Kiss a Ginger Day, and today we're having songs all about gingers and kissing.
Good times, great songs, all day long.
This is Tempo FM.
And you are still listening to Rebecca doing something a little bit different. Coming up later, after me, there's a little bit of a gap. And then at 3 p.m, there's the Sensational 70s show with Rob Allen. Then 5 o'clock until 7, there's Drive Time with Stuart Robinson. Then from 7 o'clock, there's the Phoebe and Brooke show. And on into the evening, there's so much going on. You can see the full list of what's happening here on the station at the Tempo FM website. That's www.tempofm.co.uk, and you can click on the schedule tab and it will tell you what is happening every day, including today, which is listed right at the top. So right now, something a little bit different. It is, what time? 22 minutes to 1. I have just 22 minutes left to fill your day with music by ginger people and about kissing. So the next song I'm going to play actually features it's a big sort of combination of singers. There's Rudimental featuring Jess Glynn and Macklemore and one other, and Dan Kaplan. And as it happens, Jess Glynn and Macklemore are both gingers. So they are both in this, and this song is called These Days. And that was Rudimental featuring Jess Glynn Macklemore and Dan Kaplan with These Days. And Jess Glynn and Macklemore both have red hair, which is why I wanted to slip them both in, because I've only got 18 minutes left before I have to depart the studio. And next up, I'm going to play you another song. This is a kissing song. So we've had a Ginger song, and now we've got a kissing song. This one is called Pandora's Kiss and is by Louise. Louise there with Pandora's Kiss. Oh, yes. Right, I'm going to move swiftly on and need to tell you another historical figure, or a few historical figures, who were also redheads, who you might not have realised. Well, there were quite a few US presidents who were actually redheaded, including 3 of the US founding fathers were redheads. That's 3 of them, including George Washington, who ended up being the first president and who has the highest rank of any US general. In fact, he was given, after his death, he was given a very special ranking, so no one can ever be sort of higher up than him. Another US president who was also ginger was Martin Van Buren, who was the 8th US president, and I've written down this one because he was the first one to be born in the USA. So the first 7 weren't necessarily born in the US. Isn't that weird? Well, there was someone who was definitely born where they knew where they were born, and that was Joan of Arc. She is a heroine of France and a Roman Catholic saint, and she was so young when it happened. Now, I myself don't know how to speak French, and from what I can tell, the members of Girls Aloud don't know how to speak French either. The next song we're going to play is Can't Speak French by Girls Aloud, and their member, Nicola Roberts, is a redhead, just like Una Healy, who was the redhead of the Saturdays, and I didn't forget to mention it. I've just postponed mentioning what her name was. So here we go, Girls Aloud with Can't Speak French. And yes, I'm going to move on to another song which is sung by, in fact, this is a pair of gingers. These are the Thompson twins, who are going to sing Hold Me Now for us right now here at Tempo FM. That was the Thompson twins, both ginger, with Hold Me Now. We're going to go into Pink with Blow Me One Last Kiss, which will take us into the news. But before that, I wanted to really quickly say thank you so much for listening. I've been Rebecca, doing something a little bit different until 1 o'clock today. I'll be back next Monday, of course. And just also wanted to say that although you may think that the ginger gene has originated from Scotland or even Ireland, because they have the highest percentage of gingers in their population, it's not true. It is believed to have originally began in Central Asia due to a mutation of the MC1R or the melanin gene. And when this gene malfunctions, it produces not only red hair, but freckles and pale skin as well. Isn't that weird? Anyway, I'm going to leave you with Pink and Blow Me One Last Kiss, which will take us into the news. Thank you all so much once again for listening, and I'll see you next week.